What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for Geeks and Gamers Daily on a Friday. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. It's just me. And yeah, we're probably going to do this one solo. It's been on the back of everybody's mind anyway. I mean, drunk 3PO, why is he here? Just laughs at things. Really, the truth is, we kept Jay around because of all the Gina Carano news. And now that era is officially over. The Gina Carano Disney lawsuit is over. It's been settled. It's done. So, I mean, really, no more need for Jay. I think that's what everybody's been feeling, right? Oh, wait, here he is. Hey, Jay.
I was just, someone wrote in the chat, I'm just a tax write-off right now.
You are basically cutting no losses.
That was great.
That's why Jay changed his thing to a Transformers channel. He knew the end was near.
That's right.
Trying to get his own thing going over there.
That's right.
What's up, Jay? How are you?
Doing good, man. Nothing much. Just having a regular Friday. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah. The weekend. I can't wait. I had to get up at 4 this morning, Jay.
Why?
Airport stuff,
Oh.
And I am fucking tired. More tired than I normally am. I'm thrown off. My schedule feels weird. But
you know what happened to me? I can't believe it. Yesterday, freaking picked up, or not yesterday, a couple of days ago, picked up Krista to go to Disney Springs and City Walk to film like merch from Universal and everything. And she's just like, hey, can we go to the Florida Mall? Right? Went to the Florida Mall, it was packed. She wanted to see the American Eagle store. It was freaking packed. And the young kids were taking selfies of the big Sydney Sweeney. I was like, man, I'm not a mall person anymore. It's just not my thing.
Malls suck.
There's nothing I really need there. But I will say this. I said this morning. They were selling, all the male models all had jean shorts on. I'm like, are jean shorts coming back in style? Is this a thing?
Oh, I had some sick jean shorts back in high school.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? But anyway, the whole point of this pointless story is driving home, freaking rock hits my windshield again, cracks it up. Freaking 2 weeks since I got it fixed. It's broke again. They do this on purpose. I'm telling you.
It happens a lot, man. It's happened to me a couple times. I don't know what it is. It's happened to me a couple times since I've been down here as well. I just got mine replaced finally. I was so fucking lazy, Jay. It took somebody, because you can get it replaced for free with your insurance, like once every 12 months or whatever, or if it happens like fairly quickly after. But I got mine done and I had already got it replaced. So I'm like, I got to wait like 10 more months, whatever. So like a year goes by and I'm just so fucking lazy. This crack is all the way across my damn windshield. Everybody complains about it if they see it. And I'm like, it doesn't really bother me, but whatever. At the gym one day and I come out and there's a sticker, like a Post-it note that says, call me, and then a number. And my first thought was, did somebody hit my car or something? My second thought was, maybe it's a woman. And I looked at the handwriting. I'm like, no, it looks like a dude's probably. Well, yeah, not much chance of that anyway. So I call, and sure enough, it's a dude. He's like, hey, man, I replace windshields for a living. I saw yours is all jacked up. If you want me to get with your insurance, we can get it taken care of, blah, blah. I'm like, thank you. So I'm on the call with him for like 10 minutes, talk to my insurance. They come out the next day, replace it. So easy. But I am so fucking lazy. I put it off for forever.
Well, that's nice.
But malls suck though nowadays.
It's not for me. It's not for me. I walked around. I'm like, I don't get it. I did enjoy. I mean, I don't think I've been to a mall in like 10 years, to be honest. I'm an Amazon person. That's it. Just bring it to my house. Lazy. I will say walking around the food court was nice because they still do the free samples. So
chicken teriyaki, really cool. Yeah.
Got the chicken, the bourbon chicken, a little piece of pizza. They were doing that. A couple of little scoops of ice cream. I was like, by the time I'm done, I'm good, man. I'm good.
the Florida Mall still does have a lot of stores that are like open and stuff. A lot of malls, they're so like they're half occupied. And then the stores that are open, it's all just foreigners and shit that are in there. I'm like, why the fuck do I care? I don't need some Indian garbage. Like, just being honest, like I don't like. So what's the point?
The cool thing is there's a Tesla store in there, and they're showing off the new robots. So you can go there and get hang out with the Tesla robots in there. And they do demonstrations every now and then.
They jerk you off or anything, or what do they do?
I was in a public place.
Oh.
So right now it's like holding a box. It's like $30,000. They'll pick up a box.
I usually go to the mall when I go to see a movie, to be honest with you. That's like typically when I'm there, and fuck. So depressing.
Yeah, and then you gotta it's still the same. You gotta avoid the mid shop where they're always like, hey, you smell bad. Hey, try this perfume. Hey, that shirt's wrinkled. Hey, you want to try this? Look at your eyes.
Hey, your shoes are dirty. Your shoes are dirty.
Yeah,
you want to come over
all
here?
That stuff.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I hate that shit.
Right. That's right. You got to avoid eye contact, because once you give them a little bit of eye contact, it's like blood in the water, man. It's sharks.
I mean, usually when I walk around, I don't have the most approachable face. I don't look very happy most of the time when I'm just in general, but also when I'm walking around anywhere. I probably don't. So usually they get the hint that probably don't talk to me. But you never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got to hit their quotas. You know what I mean? Or they get sent back.
I don't know. It's just like it's a whole thing. It's like filled with young people. The food court was cool. American Eagles doing fine. Sydney Sweeney, like it was just, I'm telling you, bro, it was just packed. Maybe because it was like the free, in Florida last week was, I don't know if it's this week too, but last week was no tax. It's tax-free week on anything.
They usually do that for back to school stuff.
Yeah. Anything they deem back to school. So maybe that's why everybody was in there, but it was packed. And again, I'm sitting outside because I walk in, I look around, I'm like, yeah, I ain't shopping here. That's it. Krista, go do your thing. I'm going to be, I'm going to go sit with dads. They're all sitting in the side there, just kind of slumped over on their phones. I was like, that'll be me. And so I sat down, and then like all these young people just walking up to this big Sydney Sweeney sign and just taking selfies and I don't know, doing what they do. But there was a long line at the register, people buying stuff. So I'm like, yeah, she's really not upsetting anybody. And, Well,
I mean, a lot of those people, if they're upset and they went to Vegas, they're probably not going to be happy with this ad.
Oh, wow. They put her on the big ball.
Yeah, they put her on the big orb, the thing in Las Vegas, which they rotate a bunch of ads on there. Sometimes it's just a random face that's looking at people and blinking. You never know what you see. But yeah, they got the American Eagle ad there. And then yesterday I saw there's another Sydney Sweeney ad for Baskin
Robbins.
Robbins.
Right.
Is that Sydney Sweeney? Oh, yeah, it is. She really loves our rainbow sherbet. She comes here all the time. Wait.
That guy's name is Ryan.
I was about to say, it's Ryan.
She really loves a rainbow sherbet.
Here all the time. Wait. Seriously? Hey, Sydney. Your signature scoop is ready.
Thank you.
This feels like it's from Cobra Kai.
It certainly does.
You know what I mean? With
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like the lighting, the music,
Yeah.
the acting style. Yeah.
What?
That's so cool.
Yeah. It can be.
Summer's looking sweet at Baskin Robbins.
Try my new Sweet on Sydney menu, available at Baskin Robbins nationwide for a limited time.
It's so funny that the progressive left movement has turned her into one of the biggest stars who hasn't really starred in a major blockbuster film or anything, and just turned her into like a household name.
Yeah, I mean, the rom-com she did with Glenn Powell was pretty big for like
I didn't see it
for an R-rated rom-com. You know what I mean? It did pretty damn well box office wise, but yeah, like in general, you're correct. Everyone knows who she is, even though she hasn't maybe been in as many things as you might expect for somebody to be known as well as she is, compared to people like Pedro Pascal, who is super big and everyone's sick and tired of seeing him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not doing no Baskin Robbins commercials. He could have done like the Fruity Scooty or something like that. Ice cream, probably.
The Fruity Scooty sounds like exactly like something Pedro Pascal would do. To be honest with you.
Something like that. Something like that,
The Fruity
that's what I'm
Scooty.
saying. Like, he ain't doing no commercial. He's like, screw that. I ain't doing it.
Alex McCarthy. Shiitake. Meta PC, RK Outposter, Drunk 3PO. Thank you, Alex McCarthy. Sandstorm, denim shorts have always been relevant. Not for men.
Yeah, they took a hit there for a while. Like John Cena tried to hold on. He's still holding on.
He was holding on like that bald patch on his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's holding on, man.
And then he went and got a hair transplant. So,
yeah.
I found a gray hair today, Jay.
How does that make you feel?
That's whatever. I mean, I'm getting old, so it is what it is. But I just like noticed it. I thought like there's some glint. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I look, I'm like, oh, it's a gray hair. There you go. It's the first one in my head that I've seen. Occasionally I'll get like a little gray beard hair or something, but that's the first one on my head that I've seen. I'd rather go gray than lose it.
Absolutely.
Suppose.
People like that silver fox. There's a lot of gray. You just can't see it because of the lighting. But it's there. Wow, look at that. I got something going on.
Yeah, it's rough.
Like a dead animal up there.
Keep that hat on.
Yeah, so let's just let it be.
Achilles Jones for 10 pounds. We have a winner. Gina Carano forced Disney to bend the knee and change tone. Bro Island dudes say, we have a wiener and we suffer from dyslexia. Hail to Ryan and Drunk 3PO, favorite hosts of G&G Daily.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Achilles. Achilles Jones. Andy plays games. Teriyaki.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, though.
Not quite. Bill Prime Gaming. Gina's more of a princess than Pedro.
Pedro would disagree.
To be honest, it's close. Jay-Z O'Donnell for 2. Buy a cookie for you and Krista and some jorts.
Oof. She has plenty of cookies, trust me. I think she keeps cookies on her person at all times.
The Good White. Jay avoids them all because there's too many.
Oh my gosh.
African American men.
In Orlando, there's a lot of Brazilians and a lot of that's what I have to say. Like Brian's right. It's more international South America people that are there.
There is definitely a black mall, though. I forget which one it is.
It's not the Florida Mall.
Yeah, it's not the Florida Mall. I think it's a little further south of that. But yeah, I went in there one time and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. Pat Patriot, no sales tax in New Hampshire. No sales tax in New Hampshire. The malls are full of stores and people, many from out of state. They also buy booze and cigarettes. Probably
Is
a
that
good
no
idea to buy.
sales tax in general, like the whole time? They got the law there. I did not know that.
Give them liberty or give them death, Jay.
Yeah, I guess so. I did not know that.
New Hampshire is like the strange outlier of the Northeast when it comes to some of their policies. They have a lot of they have a lot of things focused on a little more liberties and stuff, but overall they're socially fairly liberal. You know what I mean? So they're kind of one of those, the strange outlier over there in the Northeast.
Got it.
Health Minister of Belgium for 5. I have great genes, size XXXXXL.
Oof.
Women don't measure their genes that way, do they? Isn't it with a number?
I don't know.
Logan Johnson for 10. I went to my local mall after my shift on Tuesday to get my 50th anniversary tickets for Jaws. And when I saw a poster of Sydney Sweeney with her great genes, I stopped and went, nice.
That's how you do it.
Pre-dawn Corpse, hail Ryan and Jay. Ryan, did you collect baseball cards? Jay, favorite Transformers combiner?
Bruticus, 100% over Devastator. That's my favorite.
And yeah, Pre-dawn Corpse, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of baseball, basketball, football cards. I still have them here with me right now. They're in a bunch of boxes. Some of them are over there. My nice ones are over there. Yeah.
Do you have any graded ones?
I have a whole shit ton that I need to get graded.
Oh, okay.
Like my ones that I know are nice. Like I have a Kobe Bryant signed card. It's like, it's out of 99. That card, if I sold it now without it being graded, would probably fetch 2,000, 2,500 maybe. That's like the best card I've ever gotten. I have no idea what it would be if I got it graded, but I also don't know if I could ever sell it, Like,
if you go to like MegaCon, they have little booths there. You could take your cards.
Do they do that for cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a bunch of graded cards over here too. So I did that at MegaCon 1 year.
Yeah, I've got a couple
go
nice
on like
ones.
the card graded website. Like there's like 3 companies, I think, and they'll be like, "Hey, we'll be here this week, and we'll be here this week. We're at booth 4," and it's a really small thing. You go there. It's a little nervous though. It is really nervous when you get something that you really love graded, because you're like, here you go, and it's like, here's the card.
That's
hope
why it's taking me so long to do it, because normally what you might have to do is send that in.
Yeah, it's still scary.
It's nerve-wracking.
It's still scary.
Yeah.
So,
Vice for 10. My father left one of our business cards on a car with a broken window before. They called us up and accused us of breaking their window and said if we don't fix it for free, they'll sue us.
yeesh.
California. There you go. Sorry. It sucks. Dixie Normus. Fuck Brian. Fuck drunk. Fuck intro. Happy Friday. Beardo gay. Thank you, Dixie Normus. Well, Jay, we might as well get to the big news that came out yesterday. It was look, I was happy this news came out yesterday because quite honestly, I needed to stream and I wanted something to talk about. And then that happened. I was like, well,
Worked out perfectly.
It worked out perfectly for me. I did a random Thursday stream, but where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. But Jay, it was over 4 years ago when Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian, fired by Disney and Lucasfilm, and they slandered her. They lied about her in the process, and she essentially got her career tanked and destroyed. Well, a few years after that, she said that she was going to sue Disney with the help of Elon Musk funding a massive lawsuit against Disney, and she took them to court. And we heard a lot of things from the media. We heard a lot of things from Disney Star Wars fans. We heard the response from Disney. All these people in the mainstream media thought there's no chance this case is going to get dismissed. It's not a big deal. She has nothing. Well, it continued on to the point where Disney was ordered to hand over a bunch of different documents and discovery and set up for depositions, like all these different things. Well, the news came out yesterday that Disney has decided, Disney and Gina Carano decided to settle this lawsuit over the Mandalorian firing. And depending on which article you go to, they're going to have a little bit different phrasing. You have something like Hollywood Reporter. Disney Lucasfilm settled lawsuit from Gina Carano over Mandalorian firing. Over on Variety, Gina Carano Disney settled legal dispute over Mandalorian firing. My favorite headline from the mainstream media may have been from Deadline. This really is the way. Gina Carano pile drives Disney over Mandalorian firing with settlement and job offers. I was kind of shocked by this headline from Deadline.
Yeah, from Deadline.
But yes, we've got a statement from Gina. We got a statement from Disney as well. But let's read through this. Ahead of the September trial date, Disney and Gina Carano have put down their lightsabers over the former MMA fighter's more than year-long discrimination lawsuit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. Didn't the trial get delayed till 2026, like February 2026?
Yes, they because Disney was supposed to turn over documents, and they were dragging their feet, so they asked the judge for an extension. So it got moved. It actually, I think it got moved to February of next year. So yeah, I think, or maybe it was September, but it was like, anyway, it got pushed back months. It was actually supposed to start in July last month. The original trial was supposed to start in July of last month.
Yeah, and it was clear that Disney was kind of doing everything they could to delay it. I think a lot of times along the way, they thought they were going to be able to shut this down. And they were not able to, and it was clear it was going forward. And let's be honest, the one thing that Disney did not want was this going to trial and all of these things potentially getting out there. And, well, let's get to it, then we'll talk about it. In a joint filing day in federal court, the ex-Star Wars series star and the Bob Iger-run conglomerate asked for the Elon Musk-backed legal action to be dismissed, with the company clearly on bended knee. And this is just the, hey, they've reached an agreement, blah, blah, blah. A judge will have to sign off on the request, but this is de facto done and dusted in a galaxy far, far away and here at home, with a distinct win for the openly conservative Gina Carano. While no specific details on the settlement have been revealed, Disney and Carano clearly are back in business. To that, a source told Carano, close to Carano, told me she's happy with how things were dealt with. Now, this is the statement from Gina. We'll read it. I've come to an agreement with Disney Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the force. I want to extend my deepest, most heartfelt gratitude to Elon Musk, who did this good Samaritan deed for me in funding my lawsuit. To my lawyers, who walked me through unknown territory, thank you for your wisdom and guidance. I'm humbled and grateful to God for his love and grace in this outcome. I'd like to thank you for all your unrelenting support throughout my life and career. You've been the heartbeat that's kept my story alive. I hope to make you proud. I'm excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter of my life. My desires remain in the arts, which is where I hope you will join me. Yes, I'm smiling. From my heart to yours, Gina. That obviously went pretty 72,000 likes over there on Twitter. And then Disney's response is over here. On the other side, in this era of bending the knee and ring kissing in the face of MAGA forces, the House of Mouse once again today adopted that trying to please the red state tone it's been putting out there. Today, they tried to make it more dignified. The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce we've reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in her pending lawsuit against the companies. Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-star, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. A little bit different tone here than all the statements they've been putting about her for 4 years.
Just a tad.
We'll get to that. In case you had any doubt who the victor was here, let the last sentence of Disney and Lucasfilm statement hit you hard. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Ms. Carano in the near future.
Interesting.
Now, we don't know what the details of the settlement are. I have no idea. It sounds like probably money and potentially an opportunity to get her job back. But we're just guessing based on the statements. Gina seems really happy with it. And look, as somebody who's gotten to know her a little bit over the past couple of years, I'm really happy for her that this is all done and in the past. As somebody who wants to see Disney burn and bleed and be embarrassed in every fucking way possible, man, I personally wish for me that this could have somehow, some way gotten even further. We could have got some of these things out there. Does that mean that I ever thought that even with discovery, even with deposition, does that mean we get all the financial documents and find out this? No. But in terms of some of the communications, in terms of some of the people who are responsible for this decision, in terms of depositions, of these big fucking players at these companies, finding out a little bit more about who potentially could have been involved in some of these decisions, those are the things I desperately wanted to see. those are also the things that Disney probably desperately wanted to keep hidden and was willing to pay a lot of money to make go away. But what's your take on it, Jay? Before we get to the Disney Star Wars fans who are not happy about this.
I hope she finds closure. I know it was a big stress burden on her for a long time. It's kind of it is an interesting story though. She gets fired. Star Wars, the Star Wars official Twitter made that post like basically like her comments on social. What did they use? Abhorrent? Is that the word that they used? Something like that.
It was a Lucasfilm like PR person that put those statements out there to the trades, and I believe the Twitter account may have also echoed it, but yes.
So they said that she attacked by probably the face of cancel culture, I guess, a victim of cancel culture for a good while, and randomly Elon Musk buys Twitter, then randomly decides to front the money for the case. Disney tries to get this case thrown out multiple times, quoting a whole bunch of different things. Like you said, definitely didn't want to go to Discovery. A lot of things back and forth, but this was just a shock to me as anyone else. So I was actually out and about, and I learned about it on Twitter, probably like the majority of people did. And I just hope she finds closure and finds some peace and can put this behind her and move on. Will we see Cara Dune? Probably not, in my opinion. I don't think Cara Dune will make an appearance because I think after the Mando and Grogu film, that whole Mando chapter will be closed from Lucasfilm, unless that movie does like gazillion dollars, and then I
think that no matter what happens with that movie, we're getting the Dave Filoni Mandoverse movie, right? I believe that. Yes, I believe that no matter what happens with. Unless it makes $100 million or something. But
okay.
I believe that movie is happening no matter what. Just quite frankly, I think it's going to happen. Maybe you see her show up there. Look, as again, somebody who knows her, I'm glad she's happy. I hope she doesn't come back. I desperately hope she doesn't come back. I don't want to see her with Disney Star Wars again. Disney Star Wars is dog shit.
Yes.
And I thought her character was fine. I talked about it in my initial reviews of The Mandalorian. Despite some people that may have deleted their initial reviews after deciding to be like, oh, Gina's on our side, whatever, right? Mine are up there. You can go watch them. I wouldn't recommend it because I was a terrible YouTuber. But they are still up there. I didn't take them down or anything. And, I liked her character. I liked Cara Dune fine. I had tons of problems with The Mandalorian, and it only got worse as the Mandoverse went on. I think that thing is hot garbage. And me, as someone who likes her, I don't want her anywhere close to Disney Star Wars. I think that Disney is still a company that hates people like me, hates people like her, and who knows what ungodly amount of money it was, or who knows what this settlement entails. But I hope for her, she moves on with her career. And look, these are people that fucking slandered her, right? Now they're putting out these, even a year ago, they slandered her in court. And now they're putting out statements like what an incredible person she is and everybody loves her so much and blah, blah, blah. Like, obviously a massive public about face from Disney about her. But I wanted to see them fucking bleed, like absolutely bleed and be gutted. How much of that we really could have seen with the laws in California, the way that they are, how much of what Discovery came out would we actually have access to? I don't know. But I do know that it's over. And the idea that she could potentially be coming back to Disney Star Wars, some people aren't very happy about that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what is here? This is what I was looking for. There's this OnlyFans Star Wars fan. Unfortunately, it refreshed. Sad to see Disney bow down to a transphobe. Her firing was 100% justified, and I hope she never gets another role at Lucasfilm. Hoping they settle just to shut her up. Let her fade back into irrelevancy with her fellow conservative nut jobs. Anyway, fuck Gina Carano and any other right-wing transphobes. What about this person? Right. Please don't refresh to the top of this person's feed. All right, I wasn't on their feed, thank God. Never forget she begged to come back to Star Wars because every other career move she tried her own miserably failed. Talentless hack. Shame on Disney. You've got this guy. Please don't refresh. Fuck. to the top of his feed.
Well, these people have all blocked me for some reason.
Bro, this guy has blocked me, but I can still see his tweets.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's this guy? So now I gotta find it. I had all of this set up.
Right there, you had it.
He deleted one of them. He deleted one of them.
Knights of Melvin has them.
He deleted one of them because I recorded a video with it in there. Anyway, he was really fucking triggered. There's no way this bozo ever actually returns to Star Wars in a big way. From the way that official statements read, it feels like the son was just to get her to stop whining above all else. Either way, it's a horrible look and sets an awful precedent. This is going to continue. I'm sure there's a lot more people melting down today. The idea that the remaining Disney Star Wars fans, pronouns and bios, people, stuff like that, they would have a fucking fit if she returned, which is about be the only silver lining if she did. I don't want her to because I think she's too good for Disney Star Wars. Stay the fuck away from that.
I agree. I don't want to see her back either. And but to see these meltdowns would be glorious. That's all. That's the only thing. It's like the freaking these people will lose their minds. I mean, worse than ever before if they saw Cara Dune walk through any type of Disney Star or a different character that she's there. They will lose their minds. Heck, they probably would lose their minds if she ended up in a Marvel film or back with Deadpool or something like that. Who knows? Just because they're associated with Disney. So I think it's hilarious. Because these are the same people that were like, Disney will never settle. She'll lose. These
are the people that were saying there was no case to begin with. There was nothing there. It was going to immediately get dismissed. And a lot of people in the mainstream media were saying the same thing about it. Obviously not the case. We don't know. We don't know exactly what the terms of the settlement are. No. But it's clear that Disney was on their heels throughout this entire thing. Every single time there was a decision or a motion that was set forth, Disney got their ass handed to them effectively.
Yes, that's right. And it was a Biden appointed judge. So they were, I do remember reading something that they were a little nervous that it was a very heavy liberal judge that they had. But yeah, they kept pushing this case forward every time they wanted to get it thrown out. 4+ years though, man, going through all this and just waiting. And, the thing is I think the Comic-Cons really showed how much she is truly loved and everything that she went through, seeing all the people lining up, and basically telling her the same thing, whatever you decide, we're with you, whatever you decide, whatever. And that was good for her to see. So who knows, maybe she'll come out and do an interview and talk about it and all that stuff. But I'm sure there's heavy NDAs that were signed to all of that. So
I would imagine we have no details about the settlement, and we have no details about if she could potentially come back. It's just speculation based on what they said, obviously. But
I get why there's a lot of people upset, a lot of people passionate, a lot of people invested. They really, like you said, they wanted to see whatever, as far as she could take it for whatever reason to see Discovery. So I totally get people's passion over that. So being invested in this for so long and hoping for the outcome that they personally wanted. So
yeah, and that's why it says
it's a passion for it. And yeah, get angry, get upset. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
And that's what I mean. It feels strange for me because if she's happy with this, then that's a good thing. I'm happy for her, move on with her life and all that stuff. I desperately hope she does not return to Disney Star Wars. You know what I mean? Because I think Disney Star Wars is shit. And I think that a lot of the people, now maybe not a lot of the people that you're working with there, but obviously I still think that this corporation as a whole, there's a lot of people there, a lot of people in power and business making decisions, stuff like that, that fucking despise people like me because of the way that we think. And so I hope that she doesn't go back personally. And I want to see Disney burn and bleed as much as humanly possible. So that's kind of how I feel about it. But that is the end of the Gina Carano lawsuits. 4 years, 4.5 years, February of 2021 is when all this shit started. It seems like a lifetime ago.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, again, I just hope she has closure and moves on and is successful in whatever she wants to do. So
There's
yeah, Disney
outside
Star
my
Wars
window.
sucks so much. I almost changed the Drunk 3PO channel completely because I hate talking about it anymore.
That's what people were expecting a video from you on this, Jay.
I know, trust me, I know there was a lot of, but I talked about it on my other channel today. We went over for a full hour.
Well, there you go. We
I
didn't
had
go
record numbers over there too. I wonder why. And then
That's
when
funny.
I said, all right, I'm not, there's nothing else for me to say. Like 100 people left. So I was like, okay, well, there it was. It's all good, man. It's the internet. What are you going to do?
Keep streaming.
Yeah, what are you going to
do? Taker for 5. Darth Kennedy, your powers are weak. Gina Wan Kenobi, you can't win, Kathy. If you cut me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine. Thank you, Taker. God, imagine getting, and again, because of the way California is, I don't know exactly what stuff could be made public if they had gone full into this thing and all of that stuff. The idea of Kathleen Kennedy having to sit down for a deposition and shit. The idea of some transgender fucking freak who like runs their social media or something, like being put out there and like crying tears. God, that could have been funny.
I was scared.
Yeah. I felt like she was misgendering me. Darth Maul's lower half. I wanted to see KK go on the witness stand. John Kennedy, I hope Gina gets a standalone Star Wars movie with her as the lead and it crushes all the other movies.
How crazy would that be, though, if that happened?
That would be wild.
She made a standalone Star Wars and it like does numbers.
I hope
they blame it on
stays
MAGA.
away from Disney Star Wars because I just think that
I agree. I just saying.
I don't think there's any chance. About the only thing right now, if you were to point me to a project that's in the works that you told me, and I was like, I have to pick one of these, and I could be like, you know what? That might be okay. It might be the Sean Levy Starfighter one with Ryan Gosling and now Matt Smith on for the villain role and everything. That is the only thing that I could be like, you know what? That might end up being okay. Still Disney Star Wars, but we'll see. Everything else, fuck, man. Run, it's Godzilla for 10. Settling this was not a win. Disney did not apologize, and they will go on to do this to other people. But they wrote her a check, so we win? No. Best of luck to Gina. There's a decent amount of people that have that exact
100%.
That same exact feeling.
100%.
You're not alone. Run, it's Godzilla. Unknown for 199. Shit Clown Wars. It's McDoubles for $50. Gina Carano deserves this win. Screw all the people that were against her, including Disney. Hope she got a buttload of money from them. Hope to meet her in the future, including you, Jay.
Hey, I'm kind of a disappointment if you meet me in real life, but
especially if he rides in your car.
Yeah, I'd still hang out.
He'll spill his Starbucks cold coffee all over.
I actually spilled it in my bag first and it dripped through. So you had a filter.
Thank God I had a filter. But thank you. It's McDoubles. Appreciate it. Jake Foreman for 10. First, want to say sunny love to Gina and wish her much luck moving forward. Also, I have an O.J. Simpson rookie football card. How much do you think I can get for it? No idea. No idea, Jake. A lot depends on what the brand is, what kind of condition it's in, stuff like that. I'm not sure. I don't have any O.J. Simpson cards. Udite for 5. They should recap.
Sorry.
What I would recommend, go to eBay, search for your card, the
Yeah,
brand, and the year. Obviously, rookie card, whatever, you'll know. But and then search under sold items,
sold. Yeah,
sold or completed, and you'll see what some of them have been going for to get an idea of what you could get for it if you want to sell it. Udite for 5. They should recast Gina as Mara Jade. Doesn't 100% look the part, but the meltdowns would be worth it. Definitely won't happen, though. I would have a meltdown if they cast her as Mara Jade. I would. Not because of her, but because stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
From any more characters that you can destroy with your stories. Please. Continue creating your own characters. Stop desecrating the expanded universe. I would have the meltdown. Greedy Graffiti for 5. I found a gray hair this morning. It was on my tongue. I got to stop hooking up with old cougars.
Thanks for letting us all know.
Young Fo King Sam Matt for 199. Doctors say I need vascular surgery. I say no way.
Again, thanks for letting the community know.
Narrow Boat Nige Fitness Tips. Hey guys, haven't been here in a while. Stream fatigue, I guess. Hope you guys have all been well. Oh, well, thank you.
I have stream fatigue every day.
I saw a couple of your comments, Nige, so that's all right. Look, I have people that have been like members or subscribed to my channel for like 5 or 6 years, and I'm like, it's great. Like Alex McCarthy has been subscribed to my channel since the first video I put out.
Yeah,
which is
he's the real one.
Crazy. Because sometimes it's not how it works. Sometimes you get tired of something, you move to something else, you come back, blah blah blah. So totally get it, man. 0 for 5. Gina Carano has great genes. Keenan loves Krista. Ryan is Reich. I agree with Jay. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
0's freaking awesome, man. Very generous over on the channel this morning. I appreciate you, man.
Well, thank you, 0. Kaleki Okedi for 2. I would have preferred Gina to run Disney dry for everything they're worth. Because all the humiliation, that mention of them wanting to work with her in the future is BS. That's all Hollywood talk. Could certainly potentially be. It might have been part of the terms of the settlement, basically, for them to say that they're open to that and for them to potentially export. Maybe not a promise of something, but a potential export. Who knows? But obviously that when you have a statement about a lawsuit that's been going on this long and fallout that's been going on this long, and you put out about a 3-sentence statement in response, all of those things are carefully worded.
Correct.
So, Mark of Reality for $50. I'm glad Gina won. I think she should go back to Disney Plus for about 10 minutes just to bask in the glow of the epic mouse melty. But yes, she's way too good for Star Wars. And Jay, no, you're not a disappointment in person. Stop saying that.
When did I say that? Did I say that today?
You said it 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
You're a disappointment.
Maybe a little bit.
Can't even remember what you said.
I don't remember.
But thank you, Mark of Reality, for the big $50
Holy
super
crap.
chat. Udite for $5. Agree with Ryan. Was obviously joking on Gina as Mara. They ruin her for sure, no matter the casting. I know you.
Oh yeah, we got you.
I just had to get that out there, Udite. Don't want to start that ball rolling. Had to stop that shit. D's Webos for $199. Too many ninjas at the mall now. Don't feel safe. Mall ninjas.
I prefer samurais.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Big samurai guy?
Preferably pirates, but yeah.
Well,
Big
Jay.
Samurai guy.
Nigel's talking about stream fatigue and stuff like that. If there's one thing that I think I can say pretty confidently, not everybody, but a lot of people are starting to get Pedro Pascal fatigue. It seems like Pedro Pascal has been prominent, especially over the summer, with like 3 movies in theaters this summer. And it's just something that's been happening over the past couple years. Pedro Pascal's 9 projects that have been released since the beginning of 2024. Fantastic Four, Materialist, Eddington, The Last of Us, The Uninvited, Freaky Tales, The Wild Robot. Now, that one is a voice acting thing. Tough to really count that one. Gladiator 2 and Drive Away Dolls. Now, these came out in 2014, and then these came out in 2024. What decade am I in? These came out in 2024. These came out in 2025. And we obviously know that the next Star Wars movie is also going to feature Pedro Pascal, although we might not have to look at his face very much because it's Mandalorian and Grogu. Well, he was actually supposed to be in another movie that came out yesterday that I'm going to go see right after this stream called Weapons. And honestly, I've really liked a lot of the promotional material for Weapons. The movie looks really good, even if it is probably going to creep the shit out of me. And I've heard some good things about it so far. Pedro Pascal was supposed to be in this movie too. Pedro Pascal threw production of Weapons into turmoil, says director. I had to recast the entire movie.
Wow.
Could you imagine if he was in this movie as well? Now, what we're getting in this, instead of Pedro Pascal, is actually Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin ended up taking the role, who I absolutely like Brolin in a lot of shit. And I think that from what I've seen in the trailer, based on what the tone he's setting, I'm probably very happy that it's Josh Brolin instead of Pedro Pascal. But I've seen about enough of this motherfucker for a while. Haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, but we're gonna get a lot more of them coming up. That article said that he threw the cast into turmoil. Like, was he a problem on the set, or do you think it was just like his work schedule?
It was the work schedule.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I figured.
So he was originally supposed to be starring in this movie, and then the strikes happened, which then obviously threw a lot of different productions into work, mixed up a lot of things. People's schedules get all out of whack. My guess is that if Pedro had continued to do this movie, then one of these other movies probably doesn't happen, you know? That's kind of my guess. Maybe that's when the Fantastic Four casting came along, and that was obviously a big thing that he was going to go for. Don't know about the timing of it all, but because they were trying to delay and work around, then this other person had to drop out, then this other person had to drop out because it kept getting delayed. And eventually they had to recast almost the entire fucking movie. But I personally think, from what I've heard about it, and I hope I like the movie as well, it sounds like it was for the better. Because God, if Pedro Pascal was in this movie too, I probably just wouldn't have fucking seen it if I'd seen his stupid fucking face on yet another damn poster.
I think he's got to be like the easy checkbox option, right? To hire, because
Latino, gay.
He can play a white guy, he can play a Spanish guy, he could play I guess for that. So there's your diversity there. He's also gay, probably. So there's the other box there. And it's like, so that's the safe character, you know? Him and Zendaya, I'm surprised they haven't done a movie together yet. So like, those are like the safe people to hire in Hollywood, where you could say, no, man, our movie's diverse. We got Pedro Pascal. He's in it.
For Avengers Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, then they'll be together.
Probably.
Yeah, well, makes some sense there, but yeah.
And look, not all of these are big blockbuster, massive movies, right? When you look at, especially these things, when you look at The Uninvited and Freaky Tales, those are small, little things that he was in last year. These ones a bit more high profile. Eddington's still a fairly small movie. Materialist, little rom-com with Chris Evans and Dakota Johnson. Last of Us, big production. We saw it fall off after they killed his character. Fantastic Four, big production. Gladiator 2, big production, co-lead of that movie. It's time to give this fuck a rest. Keep the damn helmet on for Mandalorian and Grogu, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but we get another year of him. Well, actually 2 years. And who knows what else he's in that's going to come out in between Mando and the Doom adventures of Marvel. Avengers Doomsday.
Why do you call it that?
I don't know. I'm like so like unplugged from Marvel after the Fantastic Four. And the fact that thing like took a freaking nosedive after week 2, You know, it just shows me that I'm not alone in not caring in what the heck happens with Marvel or where they're going. No excitement whatsoever. People gave it a shot. They didn't return to go watch it again. And even though I guess the studio and Bob Iger saying, "Oh man, it was great. It was great. We love the direction we're going." It's like you and 10 other people. That's all I see. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like, how many times do we have to say the name Pedro Pascal? Apparently, Pedro Pascal likes when Jeremy says his name. You remember that?
Yeah, it's
Several
hard to
years
believe
ago.
this was like 4 or 5 years ago. But
He's like, I
Pedro
like the
was
way
commenting
Jeremy
on
says Pedro, right? Something like that.
Pedro Pascal was commenting on a live stream that Jeremy was doing, like on Twitter. He replied to a link of it.
Yeah.
He replied to a video that I made. Yeah, this is way back in the day. Where we had the star of the fucking Mandalorian.
Tells Jeremy, I like the way you say Pedro.
I like you say my name, Pedro. Yeah, I even forget what that was about.
I have no idea.
I do remember I made a couple of shirts and sold them. That was just
right.
Bro, it was just Pedro Pascal's face, and I put a clown wig on him and a clown nose, and it was just, this is not the way. That's all it was. It sold a couple of shirts like that. I forget what it was about. It may have been about fucking transgender pronoun shit.
Probably.
I don't remember. No, it was the Nazis. It was the Nazis thing. It was the Nazis.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When he called everyone Nazis if you voted for Trump.
That's right.
That was right. All of that was happening before Gina got fired.
That's correct.
Because that was in late 2020.
That's correct. Yeah, he had a social media meltdown there.
He was gloating. It was a social media gloat down. But yeah, he called half the audience Nazis, effectively. Didn't get fired. I know that's strange. It's crazy.
No. He deleted his Twitter not long after that, though.
Yeah.
Look what you did, Ryan. You got Pedro Pascal off Twitter. How could you? How dare you?
I didn't do it. Elon probably did it.
He robbed us.
Yeah, we could have got way more content if he'd stayed on there.
That's right. He would have turned into Mark Ruffalo, maybe. Who knows?
The Beast for $2 says, Happy Aloha Friday, RK3PO. And chat, remain blessed all. Thank you, DeBeast. Happy Aloha Friday. Shirotabi-kun for 5. Just one word regards to Gina Carano. Would. Maximus BT, are you retarded? Thank you, Maximus. Jonathan Soko says, Shalom.
Hello.
Greetings. I like your green arrow picture. Burrito Man Mister, member for 10 months. Not Mr. Burrito Man. Not Mr. Man Burrito. Burrito Man Mister. That's right. Peter Pan will make $1 billion. Peter Pan what? Bro, don't you remember they just came out with the fucking... Wasn't that long ago we got Peter Pan and Wendy that they released directly to streaming? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Bro. With that one gets forgotten because they didn't release it in theaters, so it couldn't flop in theaters. It was a direct to Disney Plus release.
I didn't even see it. Did you?
No.
Yeah.
It was Black Tinkerbell. Remember that was it? Black Tinkerbell.
That thing came and went real quick. Like it didn't had like no legs.
And it got destroyed.
It got wrecked so bad. And it's
was it called Peter Pan and Wendy?
I think so, yeah.
Wasn't
it? Was Peter Pan an Indian boy?
Petal Pan. Yeah. It may have been. It got an 11% audience score, by the way. Woo. 11%. War of the Worlds. Have you watched that yet?
No, man. I don't want to waste like 2 hours of my life watching Ice Cube Literally, it's
computer
like
screen.
basically it's like streaming, right? They did the whole film like it's like talking through FaceTime, pretty much, with like little computer things. I wonder how much that costs to make, honestly. And
Yeah,
I guess they
know.
wanted to see if
Who would
that would
spend
take
an
off.
hour of their day looking at two guys who are just doing a FaceTime call, basically? Right, chat?
Pretty
That's what our
much.
chat does every day, Jay. But when it's a movie, that's a little bit different story. That is a 4% from the critics and a 20% from the audience. And of the audience, I'd have to imagine that a lot of these are troll ones. Like
Some of the
here's
reviews.
yes, like here's a 5-star review for War of the Worlds. 5 stars. Thank you, Cube. This is the most amazing movie I've ever watched in my life. Every day I thank the Lord Jesus Christ for dying on the cross so that we may have movies such as this one. Thank you, Amazon Prime Delivery and Jeff Bezos, for saving the day. Yeah, so I imagine that there's a lot of positive ones like that on there. So
That's pretty funny. That's the kind of stuff people will go through, and you can make a video on that whole thing.
Brian says, Ryan, if you have to explain it, what's a bad joke? I think you meant to rephrase that a little bit, but when the intended audience is Jay, sometimes you have to make a little bit of an exception. Okay.
Sad but true.
Sometimes you have to make just a little bit of an exception.
Sad but true.
It's raining outside now. Jesus Davila with a gifted membership. Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate it. What do you got planned for the weekend, Jay? Anything fun? Parks?
I kind of staying off social media. I got to catch up on the Transformers videos pretty much. But there's nothing really in the movie theaters I care to see this weekend. I'll just wait to hear what you guys think of some of the films that are coming out. But that's pretty much it. Kind of boring. That's it. That's my life right now. It's just kind of boring. I'm going to play a lot of Power Rangers Fortnite. That's what I see in my future this weekend. Loving the Power Rangers Fortnite.
Sounds like a good Saturday.
It's a good Saturday to stay out of trouble. And I got to cut the grass.
Got to do it when it's not raining.
Got to cut the grass. Probably do it after
sneak it in
church
there.
on Sunday. Yeah. Go to church and then cut the grass. It's a nice Sunday. Maybe a little barbecue. Maybe.
Vlad the Man for 199 says, hello, you great guys, people.
Thank you.
And then Greedy Graffiti for 5. I'm only 990,000 subs from 1 million on YouTube. If everybody in this chat subscribes, maybe we can get to 1 million by Sunday. You know, that's true. If everybody who's currently watching subscribes, then you'll only be 987,000 short, you know, so.
I once thought like you do. You know, I once thought like you do.
But you could get to 1 million?
Yeah, if I did the math right.
Yeah. Well, thank you wherever you guys are watching. Locals, Rumble, everything. Jay has a Transformers channel now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ellie Dragonfly, Jay is such per nice. And yes,
What's up,
Gina.
Ellie? I got to hang out with Ellie in Toronto. It was awesome. The little Toronto meetup. Had a great time.
Explains her trash Canadian currency. Thank you, Ellie. Jay is such a nice person. I'm gonna say,
nice
pretend that's what you said. All right, guys, and that is it for us today. We will be back at it again on Monday. Hope everybody has a great weekend.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.